Hatfield. At guard, the junior number 12, Taylor Hatfield. At forward, a junior number 14, Caleb Martin. At forward, the junior number 15, Cody Martin. And at center, the junior number 22, Kenyon Tatum. The War Eagles are coached by head coach Mike Astor, assisted by Tim Kitty, and assisted by Johnny Miller. Now the starting lineup for your Olympic Trojans. At guard, the senior number 2, Doris Park. At guard, the senior number 3, Java Patton. At guard, a junior number 4, C.J. Jackson. At forward, a senior number 11, Dante Simmons. At forward, a senior number 15, Trey Martin. Trojans are coached by head coach Ty Baumgartner, assisted by Jay Johnson and Chris Hemphill.
We're here live at Olympic High School in Charlotte, North Carolina for this early season matchup between Davie County High School and Olympic High School. Both teams loaded with a lot of Division I talent, and we're about to get the tip-off right now. Joining me today is Coach Brent Short. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Marcus. It's a pleasure to be here at Olympic High School for an outstanding day of basketball.
We're just about to tip off, and it looks like one of the Martin twins is going to be tipping off. Number Cody Martin. It's kind of hard to immediately know which twin you're looking at. Cody Martin jumping off against Trey Mitchell, senior for Olympic.
We've got our work cut out for us today, Marcus. We've got 2 sets of twins on the same team, so numbers will do us service here in the early.
And there's one of the twins right away. Number 10. Austin Hatfield, 2014 guard, takes a shot and misses off the front of the rim. Inside to Trey Mitchell, and immediately Mitchell scores inside. Big time dunk by Kenyon Tatum on the break.
We're going back and forth here at the early. We haven't even had a chance to introduce the players.
Early 5-2 lead for Davie, immediately going after it with a high-octane offense.
Good high-low action. Into Cody Martin.
Tatum hitting Martin under the basket, trying to work that ball into both of one of the wings, trying to cut under the basket
there. Both teams showing a lot of energy here in the early going.
Number 3, Javon Patton, losing the ball out of bounds.
Looks like Olympic's going to pick up full court, man-to-man. They go to early trap situation. Let's see how Davie handles this.
Score by Davie puts them in the lead 6-5.
C.J. Jackson runs it right back down the court and hits a tray in the corner.
Back and forth action right away here between these two teams. Martin misses another shot, gets the rebound, or he doesn't get the rebound, actually gets the feed from Austin Hatfield.
Looks like we have a split decision here on whether it's going to be the block or the charge. We'll call it a blarge so far, and we're taking a timeout to discuss it. Now it looks like they've overturned the call, Marcus. Looks like it indeed will be the block. Now we have to find out if they're going to count the bucket as number 14, Caleb Martin, is going to go to the line, and it looks like he's going to shoot one.
Now, both Martin twins have committed to NC State, which is one of the reasons this game is such a high-profile early-season matchup. And, Coach, would you say that when the teams are recruiting twins like we have on Davie, is that something that colleges look for? They look for, like, trying to secure both guys, trying to maybe get a better deep depth on their roster?
I would have to say absolutely. As having twins in my family, they are two people sharing one brain. And I tell you what, there's a lot of telepathy going out there on the court right now, just knowing where they're going to be and what they're going to do. And that's something that you just can't, doesn't come by very often.
Devon Patton with the ball directing traffic. He finds Mitchell on the outside. Deep shot by Mitchell off the side of the rim. Hatfield can't corral it. Boyette inside, and he's fouled. He's going to be going to the line for Olympic. Tie ball game with 6:12 to play.
The senior Simmons, not the tallest guy on the court for Olympic, collecting a lot of rebounds underneath in the early going, getting to the foul line.
Like you said earlier, Coach, a lot of high energy right now, and that's going to be a big deal. The other thing is, a game like this is so amped up. Getting into the game, do you, as a coach, do you worry about how that's going to play out for the rest of the game? Are they going to maybe spend too much energy too early?
They're settling down, but the thing I love about what's seen here is both teams are not going away from who they are and what they do in early going. Olympic wanting the high octane pressure, Davie using the floor to space out and try to pick this press apart and get some easy looks inside for their star twins, the Martins.
And there we see Caleb Martin with a little stutter step, but he ends up throwing the ball away after running at the point there. Boyette in transition. Sorry, I said Boyette. That is Simmons.
Martin that time doesn't not only turn it over, but he finishes the play. Before we can breathe, Olympic has already put up a three in the corner.
A little fast on that trigger there.
And that's the fifth three-pointer that Olympic's taken in this early going, and they're good looks because they're uncontested. They're in rhythm shooting. They're getting their eyes locked on the rim, their feet set, and these are good looks by this very athletic and explosive Olympic team.
So as a coach, you don't really care about the misses as much as they just look like they're good shots, even if they're early in the possession.
I think you want uncontested threes, and that's what they're practicing, and that's what you're definitely going to take in the games.
Shot from B.J. Gladden. It's the first time we've mentioned B.J. Gladden today. B.J. Gladden has committed to Akron.
Akron Zips in Ohio, very well coached team and playing one of the most underrated conferences in the nation.
Yeah, B.J. is a nice prospect, a really physical player. I'm sure they're looking to get him more involved.
Davie showing a 2-3 zone, really trying to utilize their length on the wings with the Martin twins.
I know that Reese Sparks, I couldn't tell.
Another three-pointer at the top of the key, a little bit uncontested.
There was a highlight play on both ends. There's a highlight play on both ends, defensively and offensively.
Right here in the early goings, if you blink, you could probably miss something.
Yeah, that's a highlight play. A lot of high flying action already.
With the size on the court, it's really been interesting to see with Caleb handling the ball for Davie to break the press. The few amount of dribbles it takes him to do so in order for him to find his teammates.
Kenyon Tatum brings Davie within one. Big block by Cody Martin right there on the baseline. Both Martin twins are really long players.
As Tatum was shooting the free throw, Olympic already had their offense on step number 3, as they had both wings accounted for in the corners with their feet set and ready to shoot again. It enables their point guard to take the ball to the hole and get to the free throw line. Patton, the senior point guard, 5'10", really good looking prospect, knocks down the free throw.
Patton's shot puts them up 16-13 with 4:41 to play. Now both Martin twins are playing in the backcourt together.
Their height is a huge advantage as they can kind of see some of the openings and gaps and passing angles to alleviate some of the pressure from Olympic.
Big three from number 12, Taylor Hatfield. Ties the game up 16-all with just over 4 minutes to play in the first period. DJ Gladden drives to the hole, gets his own rebound again. He does get the foul, but unable to finish after 2 attempts.
I love the work and ethic mode that was displayed there by the Olympics. You know, I'm really happy to see that with all the athleticism and height that's out on the floor, they haven't went away from their skill sets. You know, Hatfield gets a nice 3-ball in the corner off of penetration and was able to knock down the open 3. We've had quite a few tray balls go in the first quarter, and we still got 4 minutes left to go.
Gladden here trying to put Olympic up by 2 with 3:56 to play.
Great looking set of shoulders on the free throw shooter.
Seeing Gladden play over the summer with CP3, I felt like he was one of the more physical small forwards I'd seen in the area, in the region. Davie ties the game up, and now Patton has got the ball in the corner trying to work it around to Mitchell. Mitchell drives to the lane. And he is called for the charge.
That time Davie went to their man defense, and Olympic for the second time tried to take advantage, driving the ball. This time Davie was set up, ready to take a charge.
You have to like Mitchell's desire to get to the bucket. He's so long and quick, but just couldn't beat his man to the spot there. Gladden with the steal. Looks like he's going to keep the ball in traffic. Big block from Cody Martin right there.
Just nothing easy in this game.
Nope, Cody Martin, and a little bit of whooping happening right after the play.
You're going to have a hard time finishing below the net this afternoon at Olympic High School. You better get up around the rim.
Absolutely. This is definitely a game of big-time athletes.
Davie in a 2-3 zone out of bounds. They're able to take some chances because of their length.
Patton through the lane, drive. Not sure if he was taking a shot or an alley-oop. Trey Mitchell was going up to finish it, but unable to get it.
With the length and athleticism out here on the floor, the lob pass or the floater in that case, neither one of them are a bad idea. Olympic teammates will have his back in covering.
Davie switching it up a little now. Austin Hatfield running a little point for them. 2:40 left to play.
Marcus, we got almost 20 points, and we still got almost 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
This is some of the highest scoring I've seen in a high school game this year. It probably is the highest I've seen this year.
Davie a little confused in the transition.
Hatfield with the rebound. He looks up court, gets it to Davie, and he gets it to Martin. Martin with a nice crossover there, gets to the basket and finishes, puts Davie up by 2, 20-18, 2:27 left to play.
You don't want those straight line drives as a basketball coach against your defense. You got to be able to turn these players a couple of times.
Now Gladden going against one of the Martins. Oh, this time he does get to the spot. He gets the blocking call.
Another 2-dribble straight line drive from Olympic High School, going right to the middle, and BJ being able to convert with those nice set of shoulders at 6'5", 220. Once he gets inside the lane, he can go ahead and score it.
You know, with his size, if you're coaching this game, I mean, what do you want him to do? Do you want Olympic to be driving more, or you like what they're doing so far?
Well, you know, first of all, if you're a coach of either one of these teams, you're so pleased because you have so many hybrid skill set players. We could probably make about 5 or 6 teams, good teams, out of both these basketball teams.
Martin with a really nifty looking spin there, but he's unable to finish inside. The ball is going to stay with Davie. Just over 2 minutes left to play, 21-20. Olympic with a 1-point lead. Hatfield with a driving shot, doesn't finish. Now Gladden's got the ball, he's bringing it up court. Oh, Gladden puts the ball on the floor, loses it. Hatfield picks it up. TJ Jackson with the shot.
Another uncontested three.
They just
after
don't seem
the
to be
drive.
closing out on them at all, do they, Coach?
Sometimes you have to pick your poison. And when you got BJ Glavin keeping his head up, surveying the floor, penetrates, kicks it out to the wide open three. Great play by Olympic High School.
Timeout on the floor. Davie High School trying to adjust quickly as Olympic now has a 24-20 lead with a minute 25 to play. Back on the floor, 24-20, Olympic with a 4-point lead and the ball. Javon Patton running the point. Over to C.J. Jackson. Doris Parks with the three. It's the first time we've called Doris Parks' name. Doris is actually a guy who has a little bit of interest in Florida. Probably a collegiate prospect, just needs a little bit more time on the floor.
It's unbelievable that we don't mention a kid who's getting looked at by one of the top SEC schools in the country, in the Florida Gators, as he knocks down yet another three in the corner. After Davie comes out and disguises a zone, it doesn't affect Olympic whatsoever. Both teams very well coached in getting what they practice. Neither team settling in this early going.
Hatfield over the top to Martin. Martin finishes with a nice-looking left-handed running layup to pull it to 5, 27-22, 32 seconds left to play. Riding back to Patton at the top of the key. He looks for instructions from the coach on the sideline.
I love the fact that he doesn't put the ball on the floor. No 5-second count going on. He's barking out the instruction to his team, getting his instructions from his coach. Heady play there by the point guard Patton.
Oh, Parks off the side of the rim. Rebound Tatum. And that's going to do it for the first period. 27-22 Olympic here in Charlotte, North Carolina.